It's that time where we look at the market figures. With what I've seen here, or like I was saying with Nigerian banks, some kind of hit around that end. You know what is happening with banks these days. Most of them are under lock and key, and some that you even have them attending to customers. You can see the crowd. It's something that I can't remember the last time. Like 2-3 weeks, I've not stepped into any banking hall. I don't want to see what it looks like. But Effiong Ekop is in the house. Let's look at some of these figures coming from the exchange. Effiong, the week is still starting good, positive. What do you have with your figures? But I know I have gainers. We have Cornell, we have CWG, John Oates, Living Trust, Triple G. Losers, we have Capital, Vitaphone, Charms, NACO, and ETI.
Well, it is in a subtle mode. The market is trading in the flat zone.
Wow.
It's not, the investors are still very, very cautious. You know, as it is now, this is the week that we are going to...
Yes, it's the election week.
Election week, market must shake, definitely. That is it. So we see investors sitting on the fence. Majority of them hold funds, apart from those who really want to get the thing out because of the mood of the nation. You had earlier talked about the situation in the banks, and don't forget, majority of the banks are being listed at the exchange. And with all the negatives that we have seen, it is not that rosy. So investment baskets have so many negatives for investors to pick, and many of them loathe such negatives. And so the best thing to do is to stay cautious. And that's why we see volume shrinking. At about afternoon, I found out that the volume was not even up to 200 million units. And we traded just about 4 billion naira. And that's very low for a particular, starting a week like this. And so we know the reason why the market is just being shaky and being very, very sensitive to the environment. We cannot begin to list all the negatives. They are very, very obvious, and they are many. We leave all of them to the government, to industry regulators, to different agencies. They should do the needful. All that we want to, encounter this week is the election. Believing that if we solve that particular one, maybe things begin to grind into their jigsaw.
Let me talk to Mr. Tajudeen Olayinka, who's an investment banker and a stockbroker. Thank you so much, Mr. Olayinka. How are you today?
Yes, I can hear you, Tolu.
Thank you so much. So take us through your understanding of the fundamentals of the market for today's trading.
Okay, market did positive today. Market closed, deeply down last Friday, and so market today was more of a day of recovery. Still a mixed sentiment. We saw some investors who still wanted to take their profit because of the current situation of the economy and the cash crunch affecting businesses generally. So some took advantage of that to take profit. Why some people felt that there was time for them to push their profit forward, to push their profit taking forward, to some days after the release of results. So we saw more of bargain hunting and profit taking, operating side outside the market. Again, of course, don't forget also that the market is actually looking beyond the May 29. So we see how some investors who are actually bullish on the market in terms of transition, bullish on the transition, believing that after May 29 they're likely to have a better economy. So it's a mixed sentiment, really.
So in your thoughts, as we move towards the election, Effiong was talking about that earlier, that our investors continue to sit on the fence. And also with what is happening to the banking sector at the moment, the all-share index around that end is not looking so beautiful.
Yes, the banking sector is the sector facing the heat, the heat of the moment, the pressure on the cash crunch, no availability of Naira. So that is actually affecting them because we have seen clearly that most of the banks have been put under extreme pressure. The pressure they were probably not prepared for. So that is also affecting that sector. And that is also affecting investor sentiment towards that sector. So that is why you don't see much bullish sentiment around the banking sector at this time. But of course, it's a passing phase. It's also, because it's a temporary situation, which the banking sector will surely overcome. Because don't forget also that when we have a better economy, you can't have a better economy when you don't have a better banking sector. So all these things that we are seeing are just they're just part of the passing phase. The situation we have found ourselves. So I believe after May 29 or after we are able to resolve this cash scarcity, we will be able to have a better banking sector. So if that's the first because of the cash scarcity. After that, we will have a better banking sector.
I must thank you so much, Mr. Olayinka. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you too.
All right, Effiong Ekop, parting shot for you.
So I'm worried about so many things, not only about companies playing at the stock market.
Yeah.
Those smaller ones along the streets, you find that majority of their shops are being locked up.
Yeah.
Those who deal with food or perishable items, they are crying out. So the situation is affecting not only big investments, but small and what you call family businesses, individual business, one-man business, also suffering. So I think that we move very fast to help ourselves, to help the economy, to help the nation.
It is well. Thank you so much, Effiong Ekop, for your time as usual.
Thank you.